Welcome, everybody, to the Rogue Hunters Podcast, episode 26. I am your host tonight, Mr. Brian. We got the usual boys with us. We got Waves.
Yo.
And we got the Snickle.
Hi.
Links to all our stuff is down below. Our Twitters, our PSMPs, our Twitches, our YouTubes, Twitter, if I forgot to mention that. Go follow us. Give us a like. Hope you enjoy. First off, sorry we did not do a podcast last week. Life happened. I was in a pissy mood. Waves was busy. Snickle was busy. So we brought it to this
Snickle
week.
was the only one who was ready.
For once.
For once.
The one episode out of 26.
It's about time. But sorry about that. We're back to this week. A few discussions we got. We got a PS3 update. We got Herman Hulse Q&A and a little bit of God of War news. But before we get into all of that, what games have we been playing? Snickle, would you like to go first?
Sure. I have been playing not too much because I've been doing a lot of work. Work.
Okay.
But I basically have the platinum in RE8. Wait, hold on, I just thought about this. We can have an RE8 discussion today.
Holy crap.
I just thought
I'll
about
add that to the topics.
All right, we're adding another topic. Oh, curveball here. We're doing RE8 SpoilerCast, I guess.
If you've yet to not platinum RE8, we'll put a link on when you can fast forward to into the podcast. We'll do RE8 first then for the topics.
Yeah, they'll be it'll be like sectioned out on the bottom too because of the timestamps as well. But
that'll work.
But yeah, so I beat RE8 and I beat RE8 on the normal difficulty, standard I think is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I beat it in around 9 or 10 hours, something like that. Then I went back, played it on hardcore with the infinite rocket launcher ammo, and did basically did like a money run because I was trying to get enough of the currency to upgrade the stake magnum all the way, so that when I did the Village of Shadows difficulty, I could have the unlimited ammo for the stake because it's like the best gun. So I did it on standard, beat it, went back, played again on hardcore, did a few like cleanup things, got as much money as I could, so I did like all the optional bosses and everything, upgraded the stake, and then started up the Village of Shadows difficulty, beat that last night, and then I started doing the Mercenaries mode last night as well. So the only thing I have left to get the platinum is I need to do the speed run, less than 10,000 lay, and then beating the game with only using close combat weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting S rank in all the mercenary maps, which I don't know how many there are, but I've gotten 2 of them done, I think, already. Yeah, 2. So, and I'm going to be doing them on... I'm not only going to be doing them on S rank, I'm going to be doing them on SS rank so that I can use the lightsaber when I do the close combat playthrough.
Nice. Are you going to have like the Star Wars music playing when you stream that?
No, because then they'll take me down.
Man, fuck Disney.
I'm going to have the baby playing in the background again. But no, I'm having a lot. I've had so much fun playing this game. We'll talk about it when we get to the spoiler cast. But I've been having so much fun playing this game, and I've just like, I've been playing this game for, I guess it's going on like almost a month now because it came out May 7th and I started playing on the 10th. So I guess 3 weeks. I'm just like methodically playing through the game, having a good time, doing extra playthroughs, getting SS rank in the mercenaries even though you don't have to, like just having fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
Man, well, who are you and where did you put it with Snickle?
Hey man, it's a
Actually
fun
playing
game.
games for fun?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
always
like
play games for
that's
fun.
that's unheard of for Snickle.
What do you
Right?
mean? I always play
It's
games for
usually this
fun.
fucking shitter game that you talk us into.
Hey man, I play games for fun. But
I swear, you're a Jedi, because you did a fucking meta Jedi mind fucking trick on us. Like, hey, yeah, this game's fun.
It's
well
crazy
yeah.
how fast like you can go through the RE8 once you get done like your first playthrough.
Dude, it's crazy to think about like any of the RE game. I mean, honestly, really any game in general, but you don't really like play through them, I guess, per se, multiple
Mhm.
times, which is honestly why I love the RE7 and RE8 trophy list, because they add those like beat the game in 3 hours, beat the game only using close combat. Well, like they add those challenges in that are like that like actually force you to play the game again, like a specific way, which is fun. But yeah, it is surprising waves, because I remember when I beat RE7 and I think it took me like 8 hours or something, and there was isn't the speedrun trophy for 3 hours or something like that?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I was like, dude, how the fuck can you beat this in 3 hours? Like, what? And
Yeah, like with this game, the first time I beat it, I think it was like 9 or 8 hours.
Yeah, it took me about
And
10, I think.
like now I can like consistently run through it at like 4 hours.
yeah, so I was playing. So last night, I should say like a few nights ago, I started the Village of Shadows difficulty playthrough,
Hmm.
and I was playing up until I got to Castle Dimitri
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrisk. That's a
Tall bitch
fucking
ladies.
tongue twister. Lady D's crib. I got to Lady D's crib, and I stopped playing because I was like, I'm gonna do this on stream. It's Lady D. Like I'm gonna do this on stream, just you know, because of the horn balls. But
Yeah.
um, I by the time that I was at Lady D's castle, I was probably like an hour in. But the problem was is I don't know what it is when I play this game. Like I want to, even though I've already explored every nook and cranny, I keep wanting to like explore every nook and cranny to grab everything. So like I took my sweet time getting to the castle, and then when I was playing last night on the Village of Shadows difficulty, someone was saying like, "Oh, just do the speedrun trophy now. Like just try to do it now, and then you can do two birds with one stone." And I was like, "That's not a bad idea." So I started to speed run the game on the Village of Shadow difficulty. I missed it
Hmm.
by a minute.
No.
And I was like, if I had just not like walked around with my thumb up my ass for the first like up to the castle, I would have easily beat it on the Village of Shadows difficulty. But like I feel like you could consistently beat this game in like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, I bet.
So I just have been having so much fun with it. And I don't know. I guess we could talk about it when we get to the topic, because people were talking about like, do you like RE7 or RE8 more? And they're like each their own game when it comes
Hmm.
down to it. So it's not like one is like better than the other. They are like both good as their own games. But
Right.
yeah, I've been playing that. I'm hoping to get that platinum by possibly tomorrow. I mean, we'll see what happens. Thursday, because this podcast will probably go up on Friday, but um possibly on Thursday. So that's what I've been playing. That's what I've been playing, but I also did a lot of I wasn't home over the weekend, so I did a lot of I wrote a lot of stuff for YouTube videos. So
Yeah, you did. That
Hey.
was a lot of
yeah,
reading we had to do.
yeah I wrote some stuff, and then I started on my RE8 how to platinum like trophy breakdown, and I was gonna do it a certain way, and then I realized like I don't want to do it that way. So the way I break it down now is like by playthrough instead of by like these are story trophies. These are like this. I break them down to say like first playthrough you should get these, second playthrough you should get these, third you should get these, and then I'm suggesting 4 playthroughs for the game. But um yeah, I've been
I wonder
having
if you're good at the game if you can just do it at like with 3 playthroughs or like 2 playthroughs.
so like realistically you could probably do it in realistically you would probably have to do it in 3, because your first playthrough I don't think you could beat the game on casual with a knife and like speed run it right away. I don't think you could unless you know what you're doing. like unless you know the game, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Right.
So like that first playthrough is like getting to know the game, and then the second one, I was suggesting 4 because the second one you can play through again, clean up any collectibles if you missed them,
Hmm.
clean up any random trophies, because there are some random trophies that you should try to get, like the lucky number 7 and like a few other ones that you can get, and then also try to like get money that playthrough, and then make your Village of Shadows difficulty like cake. Like I'm telling you, when you have that infinite ammo stake, it makes Village of Shadow like casual, like so fucking easy, but it's so much fun because you just destroy everything. And then the last playthrough would be like all the other like random challenge things, like beating it with, only a knife under 3 hours, spending less than 10,000 lei, so all that stuff.
Excellent. Excellent.
But I gotta say, I like the mercenaries mode. I didn't think I would like it, but I do. It's fun.
Does it kind of remind you of 6 a little bit? What me and you were playing?
No, it more reminds me of it. It more reminds me of the Jack Baker deal. Is it Jack Baker DLC in RE7 when you have to like, not the
For his
concept
birthday or
of like,
whatever.
yeah, not the birthday DLC where like
Oh, okay.
it's not, so instead of like running around and picking up ingredients to make him a cake, you're kind of running around and finding abilities
Okay.
to give yourself like other things, like moving faster, having faster or doing more damage on your first shot, having double mag size. Like it gives you like abilities like that, and then you get every time you shoot an enemy, like the damage pops up that you do, and they have like health bars, but you kind of just have to like, it's just like methodically playing through the level. It's not like chaos free for all. There is like a method to beating all of them
Mm.
because of the way that enemies spawn and stuff like that. Like some of them do spawn randomly, but there are fixed spawn locations for a majority of the enemies. So it's just like learning that stuff and just kind of getting through it. But I didn't think I would like it because I just always like looked at RE7 and I was like, I don't know if this is like the best like, action game. It was like fun as a horror game. I couldn't imagine if it was like an action game where you had like too much ammo, but RE8
Well, he
is
changed it up
fun.
in RE8 enough to make it feel more actiony
Yeah,
as compared to 7.
yeah, it definitely does, and it gives you a reason to why it feels that way too, which is like
Yeah.
really nice. So I like game.
Is that all you've been playing, or is there more?
Yeah, actually I did boot up Grid Autosport again to try to start working back on that. Um I'm almost level 50 on my second class, so that'll be 2 of 5 classes done, or whatever the fuck disciplines. And
Okay.
that's just like slow and steady. So it is what it is. But more PS3 multiplayers to come.
Excellent. What about you, Waves? Anything?
I'm just like trying to. I've just been playing through RE8 a bunch. Like, not even trying to get trophies. I'm just like having fun with it. I should probably like try for the trophies, but I got the Spider-Man Platinum. I think.
Oh, nice.
I think that was after the last podcast.
The remastered?
I think so.
The
Yeah.
remastered
Nice.
Spider-Man, which I do not like this game anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I just every time I played, like at that point, I was just playing it to like finish it, and I was just like, I was not having fun like at all, really.
Isn't it like tedious, like collectathon tedious kind of?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like tedious. The enemies are like boring to fight against. And I think it's purely because like I like Miles Morales more, so like going back to this was like
Boring.
just kind of like boring.
Honestly, I think
It also
it's,
just felt like so long, and then there's like so many cutscenes you can't skip.
yeah. I think honestly, like this is how, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but like I feel like it's hard to play an open world game for like too long because it just gets like too boring.
Yeah. That was my problem with Valhalla.
Yeah, that's what happened with me with Valhalla also.
Yeah,
That's what happened with me with this Spider-Man the first time I was like playing through it last year.
Yeah, I just feel
I
like
think
when there's like big open world games and there's like you keep going to the same spot or you keep just doing the same thing over and over again because like some games do it right. Like a lot of the Rockstar games do it right.
mhm.
Red Dead, GTA 4, GTA 5, Red Dead 2, like there's like meanings there's like a meaning to every location that you kind of go to, which makes it like interesting. And like yeah, the maps are big as fuck, but like I feel like there's almost no dead space to the game. Everything has like a meaning. Valhalla is like awful. Any of the new Assassin's Creed on it, well, Origins isn't as bad, but it's a fucking desert. So I mean, half of the map you can't really do anything on anyway. Um,
Mhm.
but like Odyssey and Valhalla are like that, where it's just like throwaway areas that you're never gonna go to ever. It's just there to be there, and it just makes it boring. I feel like.
Yeah, no. I think it's probably just me also.
Well,
I think I'm just kind of like done with open world games because I've been playing through The Last of Us 1 also
Mm-hmm.
on Grounded Plus mode. This is like the new game plus on Grounded.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
And I'm actually having like so much fun with it. so I don't know.
Nah,
And like that one, like you know what things are cutscenes, so you can like skip it like really fast.
no, I feel it.
Because I'm like just skipping through the cutscenes, honestly. Like I'm just having fun with the gameplay, which is like weird because I don't ever really remember having fun with it. But
I feel like that's something that's like missing from. I've been saying that for like years. Like linear games have been like lacking hard. Like with the success of like Grand Theft Auto and everything, everybody tries to make like a huge open world game now, and like those like linear games are really lacking.
I also think that like the thing with like Grand Theft Auto is like there's like stupid shit that can happen in between like you going to the mission, like hitting a train or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like Spider-Man, it's just you holding R2 until you get to like the next mission.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
just wasn't having fun with it at all. The same cutscene bugged on me again.
That's annoying.
I don't know. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, it's just like funny because I think about it like you like technically you were doing the same thing over and over again probably in Spider-Man, but then you're like doing the same thing in RE8, but you're having more fun in RE8. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's also because that's like a linear game, but I just feel like linear games just like they're lacking. And RE8 to an extent is like I would consider it like partially open world. Like it's not like 100% linear. Like when you're in the castle, you can explore the castle until you get to a part and then you can't go back. So like
I think it's like Tomb Raider or God of War, where it's like semi open world.
yeah,
Mhm.
which I like. I like it.
What I like about RE8 is whenever you come back to like the village with like new stuff, you can like explore more of the village with like the new keys you can open and all that jazz.
Yeah, I do like that. I agree.
Then there's like new side bosses and everything. I think as of right now, RE8's my game of the year.
I agree
It
with
was
that.
I would agree.
it was Returnal, but then I started not liking Returnal. So
But then he returned Returnal.
not yet. Probably never.
Yeah.
Is that all there ways?
Yeah, that's all. That is all. I mean, other than our failed attempt at Ghost Recon.
Listen, don't
Well,
get
we're
me
not
gonna talk about
started.
that.
Don't get me started. I did some research. It's still up, so I'm trying to get basically what I read is like someone has to host that has like a NAT1 connection. And then everyone else can join off of that person. So that's what I read. I don't know if it's true. but that's what I've read multiple places. So we'll give it a try again at some point. But it's still up. It didn't go down.
So I guess it was just a PC version. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it said the PS3 version was probably going to go down later this year, but no, it didn't go down yet.
Did
So
Far Cry 2 go down?
that's a good question.
You guys know?
That is.
Oh,
a good
also,
question.
I'm gonna have to do an extra playthrough of The Last of Us.
Why? Did you miss
Because
something?
Ungrounded, I'm not getting enough like scissors for the shivs.
Ooh.
Ah,
So I basically have to play through the game again to get all the shiv doors. And some of the optional conversations are locked behind the shiv doors. So
oh, that sucks.
Dang.
then some areas it's like easier to sneak past the enemies rather than like kill them all. And like some areas you need to kill all the enemies to unlock like some of the optional conversations. So I was just like, I'll just do another playthrough like on easy and just like run through it.
Dang. I think the Far Cry 2 multiplayer did go down.
Damn.
People haven't. Oh, someone earned trophies here on June 2nd. Maybe because no one. It's hard because like people don't do it for like weeks at a time, so it's like hard to tell. But like if I go to like the rarest, the least rarest trophies, people haven't. Someone earned the Soldier of Misfortune, which is all the field manuals on the 2nd. So I don't know. Maybe it is still up.
Which is weird because there's nobody boosting this fucking game now.
June 1st. I mean, I would think something easy like reach rank 5 would be, but no one's earned it since the 31st. First response team, no one's earned since the 31st. I don't know about that one.
I'll have to keep an eye on it.
I'm surprised there isn't like a topic about it.
Oh, there's a server shutdown thing on the 4th. Let's read it. Oh, that doesn't help. I don't know. I have no idea.
Alright, anyway.
Well, what have you been playing, Brian?
Let's see. I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm almost on the story and most of the collectibles.
Nice.
Now we're gonna jump onto DLC, then do the new game plus. I started playing a newer game. It's like a Nintendo beat 'em up kind of thing. It's Jay and Silent Bob Marlboro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
think you talked about this one on the last podcast.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I got like one more trophy in it, or two more. And I played the new EA multiplayer game, Knockout City. It's like dodgeball.
I was gonna say, basically. Is that the dodgeball game?
It's actually fun. I like it.
Is that game? No, that's not the one I'm thinking about. What's the plus game?
Which one do you think?
Or this month?
No, it's not a plus game.
No, I know, but what is the? What's
I think it was like free for a week.
What, Knockout City?
Yeah.
Fuck.
The opening weekend, it was free to play.
That's stupid. I missed out.
And if you count my depression and me making an account to play on that makes me feel better, I play Biomutant.
I've been seeing so much stuff about that game, and I actually pre-ordered that game like years ago when it first got announced because THQ Nordic was publishing it, and I was like, oh, like I like all their games, and then it kept getting like delayed more and more, and like that game was supposed to come out like 2 or 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
And it just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and then I was like, oh my, I'm just gonna cancel my pre-order. Like, overall,
for a 20-man team to build the game looks phenomenal. They're making some fixes to it. I almost got the platinum on one account I don't even really play on. I'm missing like 3 trophies. There's like a couple trophies that are RNG and all that, and then I ran into a bug for one trophy, but they put out a patch today to fix it. And another one is there's only one spot where this collectible like will spawn in, and you gotta get 20 of them. And I went to go to that area. You gotta go like leave that area, collect it, leave that area for like an hour, and then come back. and I went to go down there, and you got to take like an elevator. And once the elevator got to the bottom floor, the door wouldn't open for me.
Oh,
So
that's good.
Yeah. So
That's good.
Yeah.
I've just been like seeing so many things about that game, and I don't know, I would play it, but I have so much stuff happening, so
it's not bad. Like, it doesn't deserve the hate it was getting, you know?
oh no, the people that were hating it were just those snobby ass people that I just can't stand.
Like,
they're like, oh, it's not 4K, 60 FPS. Oh, I was like, shut up, dude.
Shut the fuck up. Like, these are the same people that like 5 years ago or whatever, 10 years, whenever the PS fucking 4 came out, and people were like the PS4 comes out and they're like, oh, 1080p 30 frames, like 60 if we're lucky, like this is great, like we're getting games at 1080p, and then like PC Master Race was like, I'm running at 144 hertz, and these people were like, frame rate isn't everything, and now look at them.
Now they're like, frame rate's everything.
Yeah. What do you mean
People
I can't play this at 60 frames per second? Oh my goodness.
Well, when we get to the Resident Evil section of this podcast, me and Waves have something we got to say about it.
We do?
Yeah, me and you were talking about it earlier about him being on the PS4.
Yeah, we do.
You want to talk about the loading, aren't you? That's cool. I already know what you're going to talk about.
I honestly didn't know that game had loading times until I saw your screen. I saw your stream.
It's only in the castle. And it's if you're moving too fucking fast, the game can't load shit when you go through the doors. So it loads. But I swear I've only come across it in the castle.
I can't wait to see the new God of War on the PS4. Is fucking just jet fanning everything.
Imagine Horizon.
That shit legitimately gonna take off.
I can see Horizon like still working, but like the new God of War's like probably the minute the game just pops up, not even the game, like the main menu pops up, you're just gonna hear
jet fanning on fucking God of War.
Wait, it jet fanned on God of War 2018.
Yeah,
mine didn't jet fan until I was in the gameplay.
The hell no! You got to the main menu, it was like.
No, mine didn't jet fan in the main menu.
I gotta put my PS4 in another room. This shit about to take off. God damn.
But I'm out of my depressive state, so
well, that's good.
I'm gonna be working on some Horizon this weekend. Maybe some Ghost of Tsushima to get that out of my list finally.
That's good.
Ghost of Tachanka.
Hmm?
I kind of wish there was like a PS5 version. I want to get the trophies again.
Wait, that's another game where like when you play through the first time, it's like a solid like 15 or 20 hours, and then you can like literally speed run that shit in like 3 hours.
Right?
I want to say 3 hours, like 8 hours.
8? No way.
Because like the game is like 30 hours if you do everything.
No way. I spent no more than 5 hours speed running it for that new game plus.
I mean, maybe. I'd have to pull up the save file. But I ain't about to do all that.
Like, look right here. So purchase something from Baku. Is that the guy in the new game plus who you meet right away? Oh, I guess these are a few days off. I'd have to pull up my game save. I swear to God, I played that game no more than 4 hours, 5 hours.
We ain't about to pull up no fucking game saves.
I still got that shit downloaded on my PS4. Don't make me pull it up.
Oh yeah, I forget you don't delete shit on your PS4.
No, I do. I just keep it because I want to make a How to Platinum for it at some point. But damn, I just went down and like remembered that Legends mode. That shit was so much fun when it came out.
Except for that second part.
You know, you want to come and do Legends mode with me for like 12 more hours, right?
I was grinding that shit 24/7 when it came out to get it done.
Yeah, Snickle was in love with that mode.
Shit was fun.
I know. But that's all I've been playing.
Okay. Well, sounds like we've had a pretty
productive 2 weeks.
Boring 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Dang, I have 30 of the trophies in Resident Evil Village, and they're all bronze trophies.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what happens when you make a trophy list with 50 trophies. You have to make a majority of them bronze. I think Assassin's Creed's like that. Their trophy list is always 51.
I'm gonna make a trophy list of 30, and they're all gonna be golds.
Hell yeah. Oh no, Valhalla fucking stupid. That shit got 1 gold, 14 silver, 35 bronze.
Damn.
Jesus.
That's fucking stupid. God damn, Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor with the DLC. That shit got 56 bronze trophies. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
All right.
Let's see. Here we go. Did you guys pick up anything?
Nope.
Let me look. I don't think I did. I
Um,
don't even remember, honestly.
the only thing I picked up was Biomutant. So
No, I didn't pick anything up.
Biomutant and Knockout City.
I debated getting Biomutant, but I passed on it for now.
I kind of want to get Mass Effect because like everybody like just sucks that like trilogy off. So I'm just like curious to see if like the game's actually good or fun. So
I don't know. If you get it, you got to get it on the You got to play it on the PS3.
No. Hell no.
That's a superior console right there. That's what it came out on.
Yeah, and then he has to pay $100 for all the fucking DLC. Fuck that.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
I'm
100.
good.
How much you spent on it?
Like 50 or 60.
Or Snickle, I can just buy the $60 version on the PS4
And
with
get
all the
deals.
games and get 3 platinums.
And extra content because there's a fourth trophy list that comes with the game.
So that trophy list is weird because it has trophies for all the other 3.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Which I've never seen that. Like
no,
in a
me either.
so
wait,
weird.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
the
like
Legendary Collection has a legendary trophy list, and each one contains for all 3 games.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying. I did see that.
yeah, there's like the 3 platinum trophies and then there's a separate trophy list, but it has trophies for every single one of those games.
Yeah.
Which is like I've never seen that.
No, I've never seen
that's
that
like if the Crash Bandicoot trophies had like an extra list that was like a trophy for each Crash Bandicoot game.
Alright. Time for Snickle's favorite thing, and we actually have an update. Server shutdowns.
Yeah. Pull the link up here. The good old link. All right. So, sorry, I'm yawning. Everything else is the same. Except there was a big thing that happened. So, there was an announcement made by EA that Need for Speed Undercover, Need for Speed Shift, Need for Speed Shift 2, and Need for Speed The Runs are going down on August 31st of 2021. So go get them done.
No.
You know the weird thing about this is that they're shutting down all the game. They're shutting down these games. I don't know if there's any correlation here, but like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is still up, which came out in between Shift and The Run, I think. It came out after Shift. So, I don't know how that one's still up, but these ones are getting shut down, but yeah, I mean, I guess go do them if you want to. Apparently you need to do everything connected to the auto log. So, yeah. I would just get the platinum.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
if you're going for Need for Speed Undercover, I wouldn't advise it. If you're going for Need for Speed The Runs and you haven't gotten the King of the Hill trophy, you can't get it. So, yeah, don't do that. And then Shift 2 is just, interesting, I'll say. But yeah, so those are all going down August 31st. Another thing that we actually knew about but never talked about because I never remembered it is MLB The Show 17 is going down on August 8th of 2021.
How did we forget to mention that when me and you played that for like 3 weeks?
Well, because I don't think we were thinking about it, but it's added to the list now, so I just remembered it. So that's going down on August 8th. It's actually really easy. Yeah. And then
Get yourself a boosting partner.
yeah, definitely get yourself a boosting partner. Everything else is the same. Vita messaging system going down on the 28th. Operation 7 Showdown going down on August 1st. Some delistings were added. So Hateful Boyfriend and Hateful Boyfriend Holiday Star are delisted already.
It's hateful, boy.
Shut up.
So hateful? Okay.
Stupid Game and Stupid Game 2. They got delisted on I mean it's already too late now, but they got delisted on the 31st. I have no idea why.
Yeah, that's weird.
There's a Twitter post about it that it won't be available. So it says that they will not be available for new customers on iOS, Android, PS Store at the end of May. So, but the Steam version will stay on sale. No idea.
I wonder why.
It
says here, hateful.
Getting removed from the 3 stores because of the publishing agreements on those platforms. So they just couldn't re-sign. Okay. Well, no one will miss it. And then the other thing that got added, which I don't even know if these are going down or getting delisted, but UFC 1 and 2 could possibly be getting delisted on the 14th of July. Apparently, they're getting removed from the EA Play store and maybe the PlayStation store. So, yeah. And also, FIFA 17, 18, and NBA Live 18 are going down on... Could possibly be getting delisted on the 6th of May. Which is like a month ago. So I should probably check up on that to see if they actually got delisted.
I guess EA is just like nuking the PS3 servers.
Well, it's just PS4, but like I don't know why.
Oh,
it's not even like they're the weird thing is it's not like they're shutting the servers down. Like they're just taking games off the store. I mean, they did nuke like the Madden servers a while back, but
well, maybe they lost the license to UFC.
Yeah, but there's new UFC games, so you would think that they would still have it. It's the same thing with like NBA Live. Like NBA Live 18 got delisted, but not 19. So I don't know. Maybe it's only for like a year or two. I don't know, 3 or 4. I don't know. That went absolutely nowhere. Just get Need for Speed done on the PS3 and MLB The Show 17 done on the PS4.
And stop buying sports games.
Yeah.
Except MLB The Show, because that's fun.
Especially MLB The Show.
And stop playing trophy horror games.
Especially on the PS5.
Yeah, especially on the
Except
PS5.
for my trophy horror game. Buy my trophy horror game.
Buy Waze's trophy horror game when it comes out. All proceeds go to help him eat. So
yeah, he hungry.
Yeah,
he needs the Taco Bell at least twice a week.
Someone's gotta get me a quesalupa since Stickle's not getting it.
Bro, they don't even have them anymore, but the bell sound fucking... I'm about to get that tomorrow. It's about to slap.
Man, ooh, you know what? Mexican does sound good. I don't know. I'm getting Friday on the way home from work.
I'm about to get the bell tomorrow. But we
Taco Bell ain't no Mexican.
Huh?
Come on. Taco Bell ain't no Mexican. Come on.
No, I'm actually gonna get real Mexican.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get some. Okay. I'm gonna get some Hispanic food.
I'm gonna get me a steak torta. That's all I know.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Taco Bell got rid of the fucking quesalupa to bring back that stupid ass chicken taco. I don't even know what it's called.
Oh, I saw that. You mean the fucking one that's gonna give you like fucking diarrhea and kill you probably? Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean anything on Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I ate it one time when it came out, like a month ago. I'm definitely immune from the coronavirus, so.
No, that was the Popeye's chicken sandwich that got you immune.
Oh yeah, I had that like 2 years ago. Yeah, I had a few of those Popeye's chicken sandwiches. You know what else?
As long as you have at least 2.
Yeah, so those help the immune. You know what else I had that helped the immune system when I was younger? Those Flintstone vitamins, the ones that taste like chalk.
Were you a Barney or you were a Fred one?
I mean, whatever came out, I took.
As long as it wasn't grape, I was good.
Yo, those fucking chalk ones, they kind of slammed, and I definitely got a good immune system now because of them.
Dude, I'm right with you.
All right, so Get Need for Speed done on the PS3. Get that shit done by the end of August. You got the summer. And don't bitch about, well, I gotta do the single player. Just get the damn platinum, okay? They're easy.
Don't bitch. Just do.
Except Undercover. I can understand bitching about Undercover because that game is awful. But let's move on.
See, I don't gotta bitch about any of them because I'm not gonna do them.
That's fine. I'm playing with my friend over here, Waves, because he's amazing at racing games.
Until you call him an anchor.
Can we leave the anchor alone, please?
I didn't even say it. I didn't even say it. Yo, okay, listen. That slipped out one time because we were playing F1 and you were playing it through PS Now.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's like I have this anchor.
My man was playing with like 2 seconds delay. I don't even know how he was doing it, but if you know anything about racing an F1 car, you don't have 2 seconds to think.
No, you did. Alright. Now, should we move on to the meat and potatoes?
Yeah, I'm down.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, someone get this time stamping because we about to have SpoilerCast.
Wait, let me get it in here.
Alright. I'll wait for Waves to update this.
I'm about to shit myself.
841.
Listen, you know what I was trying to do.
Alright. I love the game, but I want to know why the hell Snickle had loading times and what the fuck are loading times in RE8?
Listen, I already explained this one. It's only on the PS4 and it's only in Lady D's house. And it happens in Lady D's house because her ass is so fat. The gravity over there is just fucking crazy, man. That's just wild.
It's before you joined the chat today. Me and Waves were talking. I was like, dude, I was watching Snickle stream last night. He's like, man, I had no idea the game had loading times. Like, we're so fucking spoiled with the fucking PS5 and the SSD.
Yeah, like
y'all got the SSD, that supersized dick.
But yeah, I was like, before we started recording and before you got here, Brian and I were talking. I was like, can I just tell you that I did not know. I did not know RE8 had loading times, or let alone loading screens.
Listen,
my game at all did not have any.
Right?
Wait, even when you did Mercenaries, did you have no loading screens? Like, did you go right
Nope.
in?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, that one's definitely the worst for me. But I've only hit like a loading screen in game when I did in Lady D's, crib. I mean, that's all. And the reason why is because of how big it is. Like, it makes sense. Like, if you think about all the other areas, all the other maps that you go to, when you go to Benevenito's house, you go up that elevator. That's obviously a loading screen. Yours probably goes up the elevator in 5 seconds. Mine takes 5 minutes. When you go to Moreau's place, you go down an elevator at some point. And then I think you go down an elevator you go down an elevator before you go to Heisenberg's factory as well. So three of the 4 places you go down an elevator, you have some sort of elevator, which is obviously a loading screen.
Yeah, no, but still, I was just,
Listen, okay, we
I
all
was just
can't
surprised,
have PS5s out here because it's not because I financially can't afford it. It's because I physically cannot get one. So
I just
think you're not trying hard
I
enough.
was just like looking at your stream and I just saw loading times and I was like, this game has loading screen?
You didn't think the stream was buffering? It could have been that.
No.
No, definitely wasn't that.
No.
Oh, that was
I know when your stream buffers.
Right?
I know when your stream buffers because then I can hear the baby in the background.
Bro, when I saw the baby in the basement, I had to play the baby. Just had to be done. And then that one, the fuck is the baby song? I think it's called Vibes when he starts off and he just starts like straight off with Let's Go. Like, that's just the signature line right there.
Did you like that part, Snickle? The baby part?
Oh, the Benevenito's house? Yeah, that shit is so fucking crazy, dude. That's honestly, that's to me, that's the craziest part of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's the scariest for sure.
Yeah, scary, like psychologically and like scariest. Like, that's like That's definitely the scariest part of the game.
Like when that first hit, I was just getting done with it, and Waves must have just known I'd finished it, because all I got was a message on the Discord, dude. Have you gone to this house yet? Yeah. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but like, it's hard for me to pick between RE7 and RE8, which one I like more.
Mm-hmm.
And last night when I was streaming, someone asked me if I had to rate it out of 10, what would I give it? And I said that for me, as the game sits, it's a solid 8 as it sits. But if it had more of if it had more scary parts to it, like RE7 did, I would give it like a solid 9. But
Okay.
I think it's a little too. It's not an issue. It's just when I play a scary game, I want it to be scared, and I know that that's not what Capcom's going for with these games. They want everyone to play the game, so they don't want people to be shitting their pants. I want to be shitting my pants when I play it. Like that's what I want. So if they had more aspects of that in the game, I would give it a solid 9. But as it sits with how actiony it is, I would give it a solid 8.
Okay.
I think I'd give it like an 8 also, but I would say I like it more than RE7 purely because I have more fun replaying through this game.
That's true.
Than I'm having fun in RE7. Because RE7 is like, it's spooky your first time through, and then all the other times it's just kind of annoying.
Well, yeah, because once you like learn the game, it's like, oh, there's gonna be a jump scare here. There's gonna be this here. Like, you know what's gonna happen.
In RE8, it's like, oh, I have infinite ammo fucking
So anyway, I started blasting.
Revolver. So anyways, I started blasting.
Dude,
like, it's just more fun in general.
When I was in Lady D's crib fighting the sisters or the daughters on Village of Shadow difficulty with the stake revolver, I would literally kill them in 3 hits.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy. I was like, wait, this is the hardest difficulty in the game? This is wild.
The what's it called? I'd give it a 9 if the Mercenaries mode was a little bit more fun and had more stuff like in the older RE games.
I wish it had co-op.
Like a fun co-op mode.
Yeah.
Or like characters with like different abilities and shit like in the other games.
Yeah, that's fun in RE6 when you get all those costumes and shit.
Yeah.
So
like if it just had more like fun little nuggets like that, I'd give it like a 9. But 7 definitely more scary. 8's more fun.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I give it I would go agree with you guys. I give it an 8. Like, I don't see the point of comparing 7 and 8, you know, but like I think I appreciate 8 more because it does have that Resident Evil 4 feel pretty much to it, which I love RE4, so
yeah. I was actually thinking about this, and if you think about it, if you actually sit down and you think about it, each one of the locations that you go to is a completely different type of gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
So when you go to the castle, you have that traditional being chased by somebody, always on the edge of where's the person that's chasing me. And then when you get to the Benvenuto house, it's all psychological. No combat at all.
Yeah, that's a PT feel.
Yeah.
For real.
And then when you get to Moreau's place, it's kind of like a waiting game, you know? It's kind of like a puzzle, but you can't like rush through it. You have to wait to go at your opportunities. And then when you get to Heisenberg's factory, it's literally like so anyway, I started blasting moment.
Yeah.
But like each section that you go to is a completely different like game. It can feel like a different game because you have to play it differently.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I was gonna say my only real complaint of the game is I wish that like Lady D's like area and just her in general was like more of the game, because like I know Snickle, you haven't played RE2 remake or 3 remake,
Mm-hmm.
But like Lady D like is just very like not as good as like, especially not as good as like RE2 remake.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least in my when I was playing the game, I like never really saw her when I was like running around the castle, except for like that main like area in front of like the statues.
Yeah.
Like that's the only place I ever really saw her every single time. I've played through the game like 3 times now.
Yeah.
That's like the only area I saw her. I didn't see her in like the courtyard. I've seen videos of her in like the courtyard and stuff, but like she's not like as like she's not pursuing as much as like the other two.
Well, you
like were.
Yeah, you have to. She's like an easy pursuer. She's not very aggressive. You run into her, I think, 3 times. Well, 4 if you count the one like cutscene, but or the in the basement. But you run into her. You run into her when you leave with the one mask. She's usually walking away. Up when you have to like shoot the bells.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be there. She's there when you go back into the one house with the what is it? The theater in it with the piano. And then where's the other place that I always see her? Fuck. There's a third place that I remember like always seeing her.
Courtyard, piano place, and main house. Or by the Duke.
Yeah. Oh no, it's when you come down the elevator.
Oh, see, she never spawned there for me.
When you come down the elevator and you're going back out the way that you came in, like you go through the guest room, she is always there.
Oh.
Those are like the 3 places that she's always at. But then once you get past that, it's like, The one thing I liked about the mercenaries mode was that it opened that door up to the guest room, so you could go in and out of the castle, which was kind of cool.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's my only real complaint. Like, the Lady D, like the amount of like stuff they showed her in the promotion, which like I know why, because like horny people.
Yeah.
But like she was only there like in the first 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then she was like just done.
I was gonna say that was the only part that I found disappointing as well, because like she was the hype man for the game, more or less. And you beat her within like 2 or 3 hours.
I feel like they should have shown Heisenberg more. I feel like he had more like story relative.
Yeah.
Is more relative to the story than she was.
So I'll ask you guys a question. Do you like the process of playing through the game? Like, do you like the layout of how you play the lords, or would you have laid them out differently?
I like it, but on replays, I don't like the Beneviento part. Like, the first time playing through it is crazy, but like every replay after that is just kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's just like 15 minutes of this literally same thing.
Yeah. If there's like just a way to skip it, that would be great.
Yeah. How about you,
I also
Brian?
don't know why you were shooting the doll in Mercenaries.
Oh yeah, well I was being kind of stupid, but you know it is what it is. Should be happening. I almost killed her. The homie Angie.
Yeah.
How about you, Brian?
I do like the layout in the original way. There's some areas I wish were longer though. Like Heisenberg was decent size, Lady D was decent size, but the other, the puppet and the fish boy were like, I feel like that flew by. So
Yeah.
I kind of wish I would have went like a little bit longer.
Honestly, if I had to switch it up, I probably would have switched Lady D with Moreau, because like Moreau has that like mystique to him, but like I don't know, he's like such a throwaway, and like honestly you don't use your weapons too much. Like I get doing Heisenberg last because you literally have all your weapons, you have all your ammo, you have all that shit, and like fighting Heisenberg or getting through Heisenberg's factory, like you have to have ammo. Like
Right.
no ifs, ands, or
I feel
buts.
like Lady D is like kind of forced to being the first one because she has a castle, and that's like the first thing that you see when you see the village.
Yeah, I mean, that's why like it's hard because like I really wouldn't want her to be first because I would have liked to see her kind of like incorporated more before you take her out, but
Yeah.
like it kind of sucks because you only see her like a few. She only has a few cutscenes. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know, maybe not even like half a dozen, not even that. Like it's really not a lot. I also would have liked to see other than it's cool when you first like get it, you get captured by Heisenberg, you go into the castle and like you see all of them sitting around that one time, but like I feel like after that you don't like there isn't anything like that, and then the game becomes like divided, which makes sense, but I feel like there would be there if there was like some sort of connection
Mm-hmm.
or something, or like I don't know, like stuff happening and like going in between the village, like it's almost like
Yeah.
the Duke tells you how to do it and then you do it rather than like there being a reason why you're going to that next person, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
it would have been perfect with Benevenito if, you know, I get why Ethan hallucinates because of like her flowers, but it
Yeah.
would have made more sense like if her flowers were in Lady D's castle somewhere and you hit them when you were in there, and then the second you left the castle and you went back to the village, you started seeing shit. And then then there was like a way that it led you to her over to that side rather than like the Duke just saying, "Yeah, you got to take out Donna and then you got to go take out Moreau and then you got to go take out Heisenberg." Like he literally like walks you through exactly what you have to do rather than like exploring and like having a reason to do it.
I think what would have been cool is if the castle was the actual like hub area,
Mm-hmm.
and then make all the branching paths into the other bosses, and then make Lady Dimitrescu the final boss, and she's still kind of like the pursuer when you're inside the castle.
Yeah.
I think that's what would have been like more fun.
Yeah, I just feel like she doesn't get the time, which is like sad, but
Mm-hmm.
she just does. And the castle is so cool. Like the design of the castle is awesome. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like all the lords. I do think like Moreau is like a throwaway character because he's almost like a character of like that you kind of feel bad for to an extent.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Which is like why I think they used him, but like
Mhm.
I don't think people care about that shit when they're playing Resident Evil. Because then you just end up murking him anyway. So
He deserved it.
so
Yeah, no, I don't think his area was that fun.
yeah. And the other thing that wasn't really like super explained was like the lichens and then the other whatever the fuck they're called, the Mori something. Like
Yeah, they were.
they were explained, but like they just feel like they're just put in there. Like I feel like there's not enough of like a backstory. Like I get where they come from and I get all of that, but like I don't know.
Yeah, they were like people that lived in the village, and then they like did the Kado thing,
Yeah,
but with wolf's blood, and that's how they became lichens.
yeah, and then they went to
Right.
the Megamycete, but like I don't know, it just with there being like all those, I don't know. There's just something feels weird about all of them because then you have like the one that's supposed to be like the ancient one, and it's like, well, what the fuck does that even mean? Like,
Well, because Miranda has been alive for like a long time.
like
I
100
think
years
that's
or something.
yeah. So that one must have been like one of the first.
I know that they explain it like later on, but I don't know. It's just, and then I don't know. There's parts of the story that just don't make sense, but like it is what it is.
I mean, it's Resident Evil, also.
Yeah. So
like, if you try to look deep into any Resident Evil game, like you'll find flaws.
You're gonna give yourself a headache now.
well, no, yeah, I know. It's just like some stuff just confuses me. Like I get where the Lycans came from, but like why the fuck? Like so now they're just attacking the other villagers.
Yeah.
And it's like, but like why?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's
See, that
like my
I don't
confusion.
know.
Like why? Like why? Like why? Like, but anyway, what did you guys think of all the shit that happened in the last 30 minutes of the game?
I love playing as Chris. That was one of my favorite parts of the game.
I liked it my first time. I hate playing it every time I play back through now.
Really?
Yeah, because you have your OP revolver and shit.
Yeah, and you don't have it when you play as Chris.
Well, the machine gun is like strong also, so
yeah,
that's at least something.
How about like when Ethan died? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because we're spoiling. How about when his heart gets pulled out, and then he goes and he's talking to Evelyn, and then you learn that he died.
Like in RE7.
In RE7, yeah, the beginning of RE7.
That was kind of cool, actually. I was shocked to see Evelyn, and I was like, all right. It's kind of cool that he's like, I feel bad for his hands still. No matter what, I just feel bad for my man's hands.
That left hand, that thing. I mean, they both
They're
beating, but
the hands. I don't know. I don't remember how it looked like on the PS4, but like the hands on the PS5 look crazy. Like
yeah, you could see like
the pores and shit.
Yeah, it's just crazy detailed for like no reason at all.
But I don't know about him. I don't know how to feel about him being like a mold thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how did my man not know like at all? But I guess that kind of explains the whole why he can reattach things.
Well, I think it's supposed to like inadvertently explain like why Miranda wanted Rose so much, because like he was the mold, but like he didn't like transform or anything. Like he was a normal person. Like he didn't even know he was.
Like yeah, I mean like definitely it does explain that, but I'm just saying like I guess it's probably just another explanation for why like his whole body can just get fucked up by all these monsters and then he'll just be all right.
Yeah.
Because like if you're trying to just block with just your hands like any attack from any of them from any of those two games and to a real person, they get like just absolutely destroyed. But
yeah,
but like
maybe
and that's why I guess he can like reattach parts, like that one scene with his hand in RE8.
Oh
yeah, that was fucking crazy. I was gonna say, does that explain like maybe the med kit isn't as powerful as we thought it was?
Maybe.
Or maybe it was like a glue for the mold or something.
Maybe.
Dang, we looking into this stuff now, huh? We a little conspiracy theory over here.
Oh, shit.
No, that wouldn't make sense because doesn't the old guy in RE7 use those? No, he eats bugs.
Who, Jack?
No, the other old guy that you in the DLC. In the end of Zoa DLC.
Oh, yeah. I don't.
No, but he eats bugs. I remember that.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
just thinking like
Chris has his like stim pack thing.
Yeah, Chris has a stim pack. Maybe like the first aid is like a glue for the mold, or it's not like a glue, but you know it like heals the mold to back to normal.
I just wonder for the sequel, like I'm guessing you're gonna play as the daughter now.
You have to be like you would,
and she's gonna have powers. I'm guessing because she keeps she
referred to the powers.
Yeah, she threatened that guy with the powers.
Yeah,
I'll show you the powers that Chris doesn't even know I have.
Yeah, because he called her Evelyn.
But
also that guy was walking towards the car. Who do you guys think that
Chris.
was? I don't think that was Chris.
People
Or
say
not
it's
Chris,
Ethan.
but
I think that's Ethan.
Ethan. Yeah. That is the
Yeah.
biggest thing everybody's saying. That's Ethan.
Yeah. I like how they tied Evelyn into to Miranda, and I also like how they tied Miranda into what's his name, Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer.
Yeah, I thought that was like really cool. How like
they just gave the whole Umbrella Corporation a backstory, basically.
Yeah,
Exactly.
within like literally within one note in the game, like it gave the whole Umbrella Corporation like a backstory, which is crazy. I don't know how I feel about like Ethan being like a mold though. Like I think it is kind of weird, and it makes sense to why like Miranda wants Rose so much, because like it does like explain that like clearly he has some sort of like power that others don't have when they got infected by the mold. But my big question is like, when did Miranda take Mia? Because did Ethan pipe down Miranda and have Rose?
Ooh.
No, that's a question.
Like, was my man piping down Miranda when she was shapeshifting into Mia? Like, that was never really answered when Mia was like taken.
And how did she know how tight she would have to be? Because you would have to know.
She was down in the cell with her, doing the experiments.
No, but I mean that's
Next
a
time
good question. That's a good question. How?
That is a really good question. Like, how long was she taken?
Whose kid is it?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Was she taken before they moved to that country?
I don't know.
I think she was taken when they moved there. But the real question is,
when did they move?
Is that not Mia, not Miranda, Mia's kid, or is that Miranda's kid?
Yeah, whose is it? Because like, dang, that's a custody battle right there. Like maybe Miranda was in the right.
I think I was thinking it'd be Mia, because I think the baby was born before they moved.
But it's weird because if you talk to Mia, like, I guess at the end Mia does like care for the baby, but like,
right,
yeah, that's true.
She knew about the baby.
I'm pretty sure like when you save Mia with Chris, she doesn't say anything about like where's the baby. She's just like, is Ethan okay? So I don't know.
No, but she does care about the baby, so she would have to know about the baby,
right,
before Miranda.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's got to be her, the baby then. It's the baby. But not. I just think like there's like so many questions, and obviously they probably won't all be answered ever. And there's definitely like more backstory between like this and RE7. When I think about it, like RE7 feels almost like a tech demo compared to RE8.
Well, I just think RE8 took so many things from other games that were in the re-engine.
Yeah.
Because like it took the Pursuer thing from RE2 and 3 remake.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just a natural evolution of all the Resident Evils. Yeah. Other than the Mercenaries not being as like fun as like the other ones. It's still fun, but
yeah. I was gonna
they
say
could have definitely like expanded.
So we mentioned at the beginning why like Ethan's better at training, and I like how they kind of just like tag that in there at at like the beginning or something.
Yeah, because he got military training from Chris.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. You know, the other thing that was really interesting, because I just had been watching videos while I was like not playing games. I was like actually looking into like the lore of this game a little bit. It's really interesting. So when you guys play back through the game, right at the beginning of the game when Ethan's talking to Mia, if you notice, they have that discussion about like what happened in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And if you like pay attention to her responses, she always is like trying to diverge away from the conversation because like, and like not talk about details because like obviously she doesn't know because she is Miranda. But like I thought that like there's like little details like that in the game that are like interesting if you pay attention to them.
You know what's the one scene I don't get in that game? When you go to that lady's house at the beginning.
The lady's house. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I get it, you go through there, it's like that you can get the piece for the door later. But, like, there really isn't a reason for it other than to see that one girl die.
Yeah, I never understood why you do. I mean, I guess it does a little bit of backstory explaining like about the lichens a little more. But like, I don't know. I agree. I think that that's a little bit of a, not a throwaway, but definitely a little strange.
I mean, I guess it kind of explains that they're all, like, see Miranda as like a god type figure.
Yeah, I was just about to say that it shows
But
they're like almost like allegiance to her, or like that they literally treat her like God because they
It's
like pray
because
to her.
she cured a little girl and that was dying.
But, like, I don't see how that can just be explained through, like, a note. You know?
Or
like, I don't know if we really needed to see them, like, praying. Like, that whole section just, like, it just breaks up the gameplay for me,
Or
honestly.
like
A little bit.
it could be explained easily through, not even explained, but like it could be shown easily through like, you know how if you explore certain like houses in the game, they have the picture of like Miranda. It's like Miranda's like picture, which is like almost like Jesus being crucified, but like Miranda's version of it with like her crow wings. Like if you just place those all over the place, like I think you could like get the point across without actually having to say anything. Or even like going to like Lady D's castle and having like a huge one of those. Like I think that that could get the point across of like she's treated like a god, but I mean, don't get me wrong, that part is definitely interesting because it does it, instead of just explaining it, it does show that they like legitimately treat her like she's the second coming of Jesus Christ. But yeah, I just don't know how I feel about Ethan being a mold.
Yeah, that kind of flew me for a loop, but it kind of made sense too that he died. Jack killed him, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
But did Jack kill him when he hit him?
Well,
with one hit?
I think that he killed him when he stomped on him, but there's so many questions there's so many questions that I have about it. So, okay, Ethan became a mold, right? So Jack stomps on his head, Ethan becomes a mold. How the fuck did he become a mold? Did they like did they make him eat it? Like how did he actually like physically, how did this mold like get inside of him?
Well, it's like, mold. He inhaled it. It's kind of like black mold, probably.
Was it like in the house?
Probably, because that's how everybody else got infected, I thought.
I thought that they got infected through Evelyn. She would like give stuff to them that had it.
Well, don't forget he got touched by his wife, or before all that happened too, and she was already infected.
Yeah. So then my next question was going to be: is Mia a mold monster as well?
She might have powers.
Because if you watch the video when Jack stomps in Ethan's head, Mia's laying next to him, like all bloody and like messed up as well. So I'm wondering if she is infected by it as well.
She could be.
And I don't understand. There's so many things that I don't understand as well. Like, okay, Ethan gets his heart ripped out by Miranda. So my man's can just come back to life. Like, my man literally had a Harry Potter vision with Evelyn and then was like, yeah, I want to come back to life now. Like, what?
I think just the power to save his child brought him back, because he didn't last too much longer after that.
No, yeah, he started like deteriorate once that happened.
Yeah,
but
he just stayed up long enough to save his child, I think.
Yeah, there's so many questions that I have about like so many things, and I don't know if they'll ever be answered. Like another thing, why did Ethan sacrifice himself to save everyone when they had a remote detonator? Like I get the the whole like, I want to be the hero, I'm gonna be the bigger person, I'm gonna sacrifice myself to save you guys, but like It's not like he had to go and like manually, cut the red wire to blow the bomb up. They had a remote detonator. My man could have hopped in the slab and blew it up as they were flying away. Like, I didn't get
You're
that
not
as well.
wrong. Like, you're completely not wrong with this. So,
And why can't we see Ethan's face? What's the mystery about seeing his face?
you can see it in photo mode.
He doesn't have a head, I thought.
No, he has a full head.
Like, I hated that whole last
There's pictures
cutscene.
online of him.
I hated that whole last sequence of cutscenes when, like, every camera angle was to, like, hide his face. And I was like,
he has a head.
come on now, man. Just, well, what's the mystery? Like, can we just see this man's, is he that ugly? Like, can we see his face? But
Apparently, but
I don't know. I have like so many, there's so many questions that I have. Why did they live? Why did Chris move them so close to that village?
yeah, that's a good question too.
Why was the car driving towards that village? Why didn't Chris just tell Ethan what the fuck was going on? Then we wouldn't even have had the game. Like,
Right.
well, I guess that's bad because then we wouldn't have had the game, but
Exactly. Well, I was watching a YouTube where it's telling you like everything that, like, it was like 51 things that you didn't know that was cut from the game and all that, and like it explains like all the characters and what they stand for and all that. So that's actually pretty interesting to watch.
yeah, I've been like enjoying watching all like the like in-depth lore videos that people are making. Because I also was, and I guess it's in the concept art as well, there was discussion about how like the Duke was supposed to be a lord.
Well,
so
it's a funny thing is because he collected everything that you took from everybody,
and he knew everything about it.
Exactly. So everybody's like, well, why does he have it all now? What's he going to do with it?
He'll probably just end up, I don't know.
Selling
I don't know. I just heard about him being like, he was supposed to be one of the lords and that he's probably infected by a Cadeau parasite as well because of how just like large and obese he is.
Well, the Duke came rolling out the first time you see him, so come on.
Yeah. There's just, I don't know. I have a lot of questions. I don't know if they'll ever be like answered, and I'll just end up dropping them in like a week because when I put the game down, I'll probably be done with it for the time being. But there's just, I don't know. There's a lot of like questions that I have that maybe they'll be answered in a DLC or something. But it's gonna be interesting to see what they do for the next one because I would assume it has to be Rose. Like it has to be.
Yeah, it's the only thing leading up to it, you know.
But then the question gets into like what is the gameplay going to be like a literal superhero, or like are we gonna have superpowers, or like how is that going to work out? So,
Right.
I don't know. I'm definitely looking forward to whatever's going to come next, and I definitely have a lot of I have a lot of questions that probably won't get answered, but
That's Resident Evil. What do you expect?
that's true. That is true. It is like a complete clusterfuck of stuff. All right. Well,
Alright.
let's move on to our next topic here.
Okay. Where are we at? Hour 19. The PlayStation 3 got an update, actually.
Surprise, surprise. So,
apparently it's just a update for,
firmware or something like that, or stability.
Exactly. Stability. But still, we've been getting quite a bit. At least we got a PS3 update.
Like, what kind of, like, system performance can they be improving? Like, there's no way that they're improving, like, the XMB performance. There's no way, like, do they improve, like, store performance? Like what I don't know what they do.
I don't know either.
I mean,
really can't tell you.
it just goes to show that they're still supporting it, and I don't know if this is just like a throwaway thing. Who knows what it does? I don't think anyone's like actually dug into the files to see exactly what it's like doing, but
Right.
And the article talks about it. I just find it funny that, you know, what, a month or two ago they were talking about shutting the store down and at the end of August, and now they're putting system performance patches out.
Uh,
I just find that interesting. I don't know why. I know it's. I was always worried about it with the whole like online gaming thing, right? When the 360 and PS3 started, and you were like,
Right.
at some point, like they're gonna stop supporting this stuff. But like, how do you go about that? Because like people still play it. Like, I don't know if the PS3 will ever be disconnected from PSN. Like, the store may get shut down at some point. Like, the servers for every game may get shut down like one by one, but like I don't think the PS3 itself will ever be like disconnected from PSN.
No, I don't think so either. I can fully agree with you on that because how much would you actually have to do for that? You know?
Yeah, and I just don't understand why that would be an issue. Like, it's capable of connecting to the internet. I would assume as long as you can connect to the internet, you can connect to their servers and sync it. Unless it's like ass backwards. They're
Right.
like behind the scenes, which would not surprise me. Um I don't ever see that happening. But it like that stuff is like what worried me about this online gaming, and something that pisses me off with Sony when it comes down to it is they almost don't want to support their older hardware or IPs or just games in general, not even IPs, just games in general. Um an easy way of fixing this whole like PS3 store debacle situation is like just make the PS5 backwards compatible with the PS3.
Right.
Include the PS3 game stores on the PlayStation Store and allow people to download them. Obviously, this isn't like some easy flip of the switch. Like I know me saying this, it makes it sound like, well, duh, just do that. But like, I don't know. I feel like you should support your old hardware to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, don't make it backwards compatible to like the PS2, but like the PS3 was like the start of HD gaming, and we're still in HD gaming. We're gonna be in HD gaming forever. I mean, I
Right.
guess we're in like UHD or whatever. But
Still.
yeah, I feel like it should be backwards compatible. And like, I
And
don't know, if you can read one disc, you can read them all. So
and my thing is too, if Microsoft's doing it and they've been, putting the time and the money, good for them, for the backwards compatibility, to keep it going and update everything. I give Xbox all the credit in the world for that shit. You know?
yeah, that's the one thing that I will like pat them
I'll
on the
never
back
argue
for.
with people about. I may argue about Microsoft not having exclusives and not really, and them just relying on the backwards compatibility. Like, oh, we got all these old games, but we're the new games. But on the other hand, Sony, you got new games, but let's play the old games too.
Yeah, and I think part of that like definitely is like Jim Ryan.
Yeah.
Not part of it.
Well,
I think most of it is that like if he's the one making executive decisions, but
think about it. If I could have just like if my PS5 was backwards compatible, 3 and all that, I wouldn't even have to have my PS3 hooked up. I'll have one monitor, that's it.
well, yeah, and
And then
it's not even like you need to, and it's not even like they need to continue to make games like physically. Like
right.
you have you have like, okay, let's take for instance like a franchise, right? You have a
Mhm.
library, a legitimate library of Ratchet and Clank games
Mhm.
on the PS3. A legitimate
Right.
library. You have one Ratchet and Clank game on the PS4. We're about to get a new one on the PS5. Could you imagine if the new one came out on the PS5 and then the PS5 was backwards compatible with the PS3 and they literally bundled all of the PS3 ones for like 30 or $40? Like,
Oh fuck, I would buy it.
I'm pretty sure people would buy that. Like, and I'm not saying every game needs to be on the store digitally, because obviously there's like licensing stuff that happens behind the scenes that like people don't know about. But I feel like if those games were available to people, they would buy them to an extent.
I agree.
I mean, not everybody, but I feel like people would.
And as a trophy hunter, yeah, I would probably just have the PS5 hooked up, but I want to boost the game. Alright, I just gotta plug in my PS3 now, or my PS4, and self-boost with some games.
Yeah,
That would help a lot too with some shit.
I'm like, I guess you could say I'm snobby in the way of like I like to play the games on the console that they're like on, or that they like came out on, because there was a lot of people that were saying, when the PS5 came out and they were saying it's backwards compatible with PS4 games, people were like, well, what's the point of me keeping my PS4 plugged in? I'll just play everything on my PS5. And I was like, well, that's fine. Like, more power to you. But like,
Right.
I want to play it on the console that it was on, not only because like of me being snobby, but also because of like, I don't know. I feel like for like making YouTube videos and stuff, it makes it interesting. If you like watch my how to platinum video and you see that it's like a PS4 menu or whatever, or PS3 menu, like, I don't know. I just feel like it gives people like nostalgia and stuff. And like, I always intend that like to an extent on those videos, like, and that's why I make guides on like older games, because I try to kickstart people to be like, oh wow, like I should go play that game or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, that's still doable. Wow, like I would love to go play that again. I was just looking at, because I know most people will say like, well, if you put PS3 games on the PS5, like no one's gonna play them. And I went to look at like what the PS2 to PS4 for the Grand Theft Auto games do.
Mm-hmm.
So Grand Theft Auto 3 has 50,000 owners. Grand Theft Auto Vice City has 61, and then San Andreas has 123,000 game owners. That's a lot just for some ports.
Right.
And that's only really talking about like PSNP, like trophy hunters.
Exactly.
It's kind of I'm sure they plan these like system updates before they go out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of weird that's like there was one a month before the store was supposed to go down. Like
they reversed their thing and they're like, all right, we're gonna fix some stability.
They're like, we gotta get them stability updates out. But I mean, I think we've talked about this before. I would love to see like what Microsoft has with 360 and even like original Xbox games, like some kind of backwards compatibility with it. And I'm not even asking for like the entire roster, right? Like,
yeah.
Because obviously there's a shit ton of PS3 games, but like, you should at least get like the big ones, like fucking. Like I was watching a review video of God of War Ascension recently.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of crazy that game hasn't gotten like updated to the PS4, especially because it came out the year the PS4 came out.
Well, it blows my mind that like and like I was saying with like Ratchet and Clank, like God of War is another perfect example. Like if they were to make the PS5 or even the PS4 backwards compatible with the PS3, at least digitally, not physically, just digitally, like literally emulate games. Could you imagine when the new God of War comes out, if they put out a get God of War 1, 2, Chains of Olympus, and Ghosts of Sparta for $20 pack? How much they would probably make off of it, because these people that are playing the new God of War have probably never experienced the old one. I mean, some of them obviously have because they're diehard fans, but like some of these people probably haven't. So
yeah, well, definitely some of them haven't played it since it is the best-selling God of War game. So, but I mean, I just find it weird how they, even if they just do it online, like I know Microsoft has that thing where with 360 and OG Xbox games, like if you put the disc in, you can download the game, but to launch the game, you have to have the disc in since like it emulates it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just don't see why Sony like couldn't do that. Like I understand the PS3 architecture and all that, but it's a lot like they haven't gotten PS3 games to work on the PS4, 5 for that matter. Like a lot of these remaster versions are just like the old ones, like scaled up. So
yeah, and it wouldn't even.
I'm just like,
it wouldn't even have to be a remaster. It could literally be like an emulation. Like, and I feel like
which is
I feel like once you figure out how to emulate one game, it's gonna work for all of them. So I just I don't know why. I mean, I think at the end of the day, Sony doesn't care about old games, sadly.
I think Sony doesn't care about PS3 and below.
No, they definitely don't. PS3's hanging on by a thread right now.
Vita and below.
Well, no. I would say the PS3 to an extent because like that thing's hanging on by a thread. Like they were gonna chop it off, but they didn't. So it's like barely hanging on right now. But
yeah, but if people hadn't bitched and complained, they would have still taken it down. You know what I mean?
True. I'm actually surprised they reversed it back in when they did. But
yeah, I'm surprised also.
I just don't know why they can't wrap their head around like emulating stuff. Like unless it's that difficult, I just feel like it can be done and it would be beneficial to them to do it, because then you're opening up libraries to people, because that was one of the things that people were complaining about the PS3. They weren't complaining that the PS3 was going down. They were more mad about like the PlayStation 3 store has thousands of games on it that are like $1 that like if I want to play it, once the store goes down, if I don't own it, like I have to spend $500 to play it.
Well, even some of them were like PlayStation Network exclusives, like the House of the Dead games.
Yeah.
Like with 3 and 4, that's the only way to play it unless you get like an arcade version of it.
Yeah, which is like crazy.
Or like the Time Crisis games also, I think. But yeah, it's
crazy.
It's crazy.
Just fucking do some emulation, man. But yeah, that's the PS3. So if you didn't update your PS3s, go update them.
Yeah, gotta get that sweet stability.
I wonder if the stability or the system performance is what is going to affect like all of those games that weren't updating patches.
Well, all of them started working, and so
yeah, why that happened in the first place, I have no fucking idea. Like, what is going on behind the scenes? But like, maybe this like, I don't know, maybe this did something to that in a way.
It was so weird that it was like so close to that announcement, also.
Yeah, it's almost like they said, like, we're shutting the servers down, and then they started clicking off the servers one by one, like, each game.
Yeah.
This one doesn't get this one can't get the update anymore. This one can't get the update anymore.
The intern got, click happy.
Nah, somebody was definitely walking past the servers and tripped over the cord and unplugged it for a second.
No, it was definitely fucking, what's his name? Jim Ryan.
Oh,
He was like, fucking finally, I can get rid of it, and just started clicking it.
He said, click, 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 click. He was sitting there laughing, too, like a fucking super villain.
His hands are fucking going.
Yeah.
And then he saw the check that PS3 made. Holy shit, I just made a shit ton of money. Did the whole Dr. Evil thing.
I mean, the whole story of the PS3 is just so sad, and then they just do this to it. Or they try to do this to it.
I mean, it's not really, like, it's gonna happen eventually,
Well, yeah.
Like, the Wii store has already gone down.
Yeah.
And, like, unless they find, like, some way to integrate it with, like, all the other stuff, like, the PS3 store is gonna go down eventually. Like, even with the PS6 out or whatever, with the PS6 out, I can, like, see that the PS4 and 5 servers won't ever go down as long as, like, PlayStation consoles exist.
Mm.
but like the PS3, like it's eventually gonna go down. Yeah, like there's no way for it to not go down. Honestly,
I just that's the question that I was asking like whenever this was talked about like a month or so ago. Like, why is this shit not integrated? Like,
yeah,
can you not spend a little bit of money right now to like figure out how to integrate it? Like, you guys are telling me you're making all this fucking bank off of PlayStation Plus, and you can't spend a little bit of money to figure out how to integrate the stores together, and then emulate PS3 games to the PS5?
I mean that's why people don't like PS now, like because it's like they said, okay, if you want PS3 games, go get PS Now, right? But it's like PS Now fucking sucks.
Yeah,
And anyone who like uses PS Now that I know of, they only use it to get like the PS4 games.
because you can download them.
Yeah.
You're not like streaming a virtual PS3. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. I don't know. Well, anyway, I don't. We got a positive out of it, so you know.
Yeah.
We got to update.
For now. Alright. On to the next topic. Herman Holt's Q&A that he just... I think he was on a podcast.
Yeah, it's the PlayStation Blogcast, I think.
Right. And basically the link that we have in the description below just has some of the questions that were asked. One of them I don't believe when they talk about Japan, because Sony's been shitting on Japan studios and all that. They talked about the 25 games that are in development, and half of them are new IPs. Ben Studio put out a tweet today too that they're starting off a new IP.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And he thanked everybody for all the support with all the games and all that, especially Days Gone that they had. Talk about Horizon and God of War coming out.
I think my two favorite things that I saw from this is they're like willing to take the risks on new IPs, obviously,
Right.
which is great, but also that they're like widening their portfolio of games. Because like, don't get me wrong, the single player games are great, but Sony needs like a good exclusive like multiplayer game, which we know they have the Last of Us 2 factions in their works right now. But I'm just curious to see the other ones. I know not Haven, that's the Jade Raymond studio, right?
Yeah.
I forget the other name of the other studio. That's like a bunch of ex-Bungie studios. That's supposed to be like some kind of multiplayer game also.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be dope to get like a looter shooter exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, even in this question for how important are new IPs for PlayStation, he actually mentions Ben Studio. I didn't realize that. And it says, Ben Studio is working on a very exciting new IP that's very, very that they're very, very passionate about. They're building on a deep open world system that they developed with Days Gone. So then they'll just make Days Gone too.
Well, this is an interesting and this ties into like the PS3 and everything, and I think it's interesting.
What question are you on?
PS3 to an extent, but they're talking about the PS4 playing a factor into the PlayStation Studios development visions for future games, and Herman's response was that it does, because you can't build a community over 110 million PS4 owners and then just walk away from it. That would be bad news for fans of PS4, and frankly, not very good business.
Mm.
So interesting to hear.
And this goes into our next topic, so if we want, we could kind of just throw in that our topic in here with us. Because God of War got postponed until 2022. We all knew it was coming. We knew they were trying to hit 2021, but we all knew it was going to hit 2021. I guess God of War didn't get started until later than what everybody thought. But it even says Horizon Forbidden West next God of War, GT7 will be on PS4 and PS5. Sony be morons if they didn't put it on the PS4. I'm sorry. That's 110 million copies plus they could sell.
Yeah.
Well, I think
You know?
They would be stupid to not
I
do it on
read it-
both because you could easily develop it for the PS4 and then do a PS5 patch. Like,
well, I think it's two separate. I think the PS4 one's gonna be like RE8, just a downgraded version of the PS5 one.
yeah,
Exactly.
which is fine. But
Yeah.
like, what I'm saying is, you can develop it for one, and like, you can either upscale it or downscale it, and it's not like
Mhm.
it's not the end of the world.
I find it weird which games they chose. I would have chosen like Ratchet to be both generations and kept like God of War for PS5.
Yeah. But Ratchet's really showing off the power of the SSD, though, too. And that was like the first major game they really showed for the SSD when they announced the PS5.
Yeah, I guess, but it's just like God of War is a bigger name now.
Oh, yeah, I'm not arguing with that.
So that's why I'm like, I would have chosen God of War, but it's funny seeing all the people bitching and complaining about
Oh my god.
GT7,
Yeah.
God of War, and Horizon being both consoles.
Dude, it
I'm okay
honestly
with it.
doesn't matter. Like, it's not gonna hinder the game at all. Like,
No.
it
I think for
truly
now,
isn't.
with like,
Just buy the
Yeah,
better
like-
version when it comes out. That's all.
I think like for now, with it being like so hard to get a PS5, like that's the
Yeah.
more business savvy thing to do.
Well, I was
Right.
just
Like-
about to say that, like, and I've been dealing with it. Like, I refuse to buy secondhand from anyone because I
Mhm.
refuse to pay a penny over what it MSRP is or whatever. But I'm not going to, and I'm there for like every single time they drop. But like for me, it's not even a factor of like I can't afford it. It's a factor of like I can't fucking get it. Like, I still can't get it. Like, by this point, when the PS4 came out, I already had my PS4. I had my PS4 for 4 months by this point. Like,
Damn.
Yeah.
so it's good for people who can't, like, who physically can't even get it, because at least you can experience the game. Like, I couldn't even imagine if RE8 came out only on the PS5. Like, I would have had to wait to play it, but like that would have been depressing.
Right.
Then with the amount of like fans there are for like the new Horizon and for God of War, like
Right.
I would, me as like a developer, I would like love for them to be able to play like the games that they want to play, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
On the
Like,
console that you own.
when
Yeah.
I think PS4 and when I think exclusives, Horizon and God of War are the first ones that come to mind, in my opinion. I loved them both.
And
So-
honestly, like those sequels should have been out on the PS4. It's just fucking.
yeah.
It takes
Well-
fucking forever to make games on the PS4. I
Exactly.
mean, just now in general.
Well, and like he said in the interview, God of War started a lot later, or started later than what they wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, Horizon. From what I seen with that Let's Play or the state of play for it, they've added a lot of new features to it too. So
I'm also curious to see what exactly they're planning with PC is, because I know they said it's like a couple years difference, right?
Mhm.
But like, what's the difference, right? Because like, what was it? Days Gone came out like like 2 years ago now.
yeah, about 2 years. So.
Horizon, when it came out on PC, was like what, 4 years?
Mhm.
3 years. And now I think they said they're trying to bring Uncharted 4 over to PC. So,
Yeah, but I'm okay. You know,
I mean, I'm okay with it being on there. I'm just curious
Yeah.
to see, like,
I mean, obviously,
How they're
there's
doing
going to
that.
have to be like a jump at some point, like exclusively to the PS5.
Mhm.
But like, I personally don't think that should happen until like, I would say at least 2 years overlap. That
Yeah,
that should get released on
we haven't even
both.
hit the first year yet, so yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there should be like at least a 2-year overlap before we start seeing games get, obviously there are going to be games. There already have been games that exclusively have come out for the PS5, but I'm saying like bigger title games, like like sports games and stuff, because sports games are going to come out on both consoles for the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it's better.
Yeah, no.
It lets more people be able to experience your game. Like, okay, wow, you're not gonna get the best looking graphics, but like, come on now, can we?
I think
I
this
thought we were
year
above this shit, and now we're back at it. Like,
it's because people are elitist and stupid. At the end of the day, it's about the video games. Like,
yeah,
is the game gonna be good? I don't care what console it's on. Like, is the game good?
Yeah. I agree.
Exactly.
And like, given their repertoire, these are gonna be some good games.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loved the new God of War. I don't know about racing games, but I haven't really heard that many bad things about the Gran Turismo games.
Nope, nothing really.
Everybody loved the New Horizon, so
Oh yeah.
doesn't matter if it's going to be on PS4 or PS5 or both. Obviously, the PS5 version is going to have better lighting and whatever. What matters is the game fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
so
I agree, 100%. And I think it's more reasonable to release them on both consoles, compared to like the PS3 to PS4, because I feel like the hardware. I wouldn't say the hardware is like, closer together,
Right.
but
well, they have similar architecture. Like,
Yeah.
it's much easier to make a game for both of them rather than it was like PS3 to PS4.
yeah, exactly. That's
Back
what I
in
was
the
trying to
day,
get at.
so-
Like it's not as much of a headache to make it for both now compared to
Like
before.
now. Yeah, like now it's definitely like just make the PS5 version and then set some scales down for the PS4 version.
Yeah, compared to like if you played Watch Dogs on the PS4 to the PS3, it's like
Yeah.
or like Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor on the PS3 to the PS4.
Oh god.
Like
It's
something
because
like
the
that,
PS3 was so ancient by that time it came out.
I mean, that shit could barely run stuff at 720p. So
It's because I think the PS3 was supposed to be done by like 2010 or something like that, but the 2008 like financial crisis like elongated its life.
which is
Yeah.
fine, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see a problem with it being on both. And the other good thing about it being on both is that we're probably gonna get 2 separate trophy lists. So that gives us a. I know some of us don't like to stack games, but it gives a reason to like replay a game if you want to. Like,
Yeah,
six
and
games.
I think with like the PS5's like tracking and shit, that's definitely gonna be 2 separate lists.
oh yeah,
It can't be like back then where maybe there would have been 2 separate lists, but
I don't know.
now it's definitely.
I've always at first I was against like the whole stacking thing with the like games that were cross generation. Like my thought was like just play the one that comes out on the newer generation, but like as time has gone on, like I don't know, I think it's good because if you love a game so much and you want to play it that much, you should be able to earn the trophies for it.
I feel like as long as you have to play through the game, like I don't care if you have to. If it's literally like even with My Name Is Mayo, like you can't just like bring your save over,
And auto pop
right?
everything
Like you
immediately,
still
yeah.
have to, you still have to fucking tap that X button
10,000
on
times
like
or
the
whatever.
Vita, yeah. Which is like I'd rather people have to do that than like the new Spider-Man where they just bring your save over and then there you go, you have the platinum.
Yeah, that's the
Bada
sad
bing.
thing with a lot of the auto pop or a lot of the like multi-platform. Like that's how Marvel's Avengers was. I mean, Marvel's Avengers, you do it. It came out on the PS4 and then they did a PS5 update like what, a month or 2 later or something, maybe more than that, and you literally could auto pop everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we get how to cross save your game guides on PSMP.
Oh my god. I don't even want to like think about that. That's like just the dumbest thing. Like, are you guys so inept
No.
to even do that. Like,
No, they need their handheld through everything. Everything. Oh, I don't just load the game up and get the platinum. I need to do this, this, and this. Wow.
Do not ask questions that you already know the answer to, Waves.
Yeah, Waves, come on, you already know the answer to that one. Brian's right. But
I guess.
I like the cross, generation stuff because it gives you a reason if you ever want to. I'm not saying you have to, but like if you ever wanted to go back and play a game again, like it gives you a reason to go back and play it. Like I don't know. I think it's interesting.
I mean, I like it because it just means more people get to play the game that they want to play.
That's true as well.
Like obviously there's gonna be like Returnal or the new Ratchet and Clank, which is going to take the full advantage of the new console. Right. But Horizon and God of War and even GT is bigger than both of those games. There's fans of those in both of those consoles, right? So to deprive like PS4 players from those, especially since like the first game in that franchise was on the PS4. Mm-hmm. Like to me that seems wrong.
Yeah. And it's also the whole like the new generation of console thing of, A, not being able to get it, but B, like some people like actually don't get new consoles until like a year or two later. So to deprive people of that for that reason is bad, I would say.
Yeah.
No bueno.
I mean, on the whole like topic of God of War getting delayed, also like y'all chill. Like the game's gonna come. Just give them time.
What do you mean? They want a new God of War every year. I need a new game.
Yeah,
every
then
year.
It'll come out and looking like a PS2 game. People are gonna be like, "Wow, Sony Santa Monica's really not trying."
Yeah. Now it's gonna come out like Halo Infinite, popping clouds in the background.
It's gonna be dumb. Like just chill, my guys. The game's coming. Let them finish. Let them have the time.
Exactly,
dude. That's the problem. That's the problem with players nowadays, man. I feel like and this is why you guys know it. This is why I preach that everybody should play shitty games every once in a while, because we all get on a high horse about how good and perfect games should be.
Mm-hmm.
And if you never experience those shitty games, you never have appreciation for when a game really is good, even if it has a flaw here or there. When it really is good, you don't have that appreciation for it.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like I feel like I have more fun with quote unquote shitty games than I do with like I had a lot of fun when we like did what was that, World War II?
Oh, Enemy Front?
Enemy Front?
Yeah, I had more fun playing that than the entire time I played The Last of Us Part 2.
Dude, I just have so much fun, and like we're gonna be doing it over like the next few months, obviously playing like boosting games. But there's just there's just so much like funny shit that happens when you boost games, or like just stupid shit. Like I remember boosting AVP and like, or not AVP, Colonial Marines, and like just like the fucking alien doing stupid shit on the walls, or like the animations being stupid, or like the animation of the alien jumping. Like just that's the best part about playing like shitty games. It's not necessarily like the shitty side of it, but the whole experience of like playing it with everyone.
I want to throw this like little topic in here also, just because I'm like curious to what happened to Sony Japan Studio. Is Team Asobi just like replacing Sony Japan since they like announced their new game development team today?
Most likely,
I would assume.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like that.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. You know what game I'm looking forward to playing with waves at some point?
What?
Need for Speed, Shift 2 Unleashed.
Well, yeah, that. But I'm looking forward to playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2.
On the PS4, right?
No, what? No.
Yeah, coming out on the PS4 in like 2 weeks.
No, we playing it on the PS3 because I got it on the list on the PS3.
Yeah, I got it on the list also, but we're not gonna play it.
No, we playing that one. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, 2 years from now.
Nah. It's going to come up. It's going to creep up. It's going to creep up there at some point.
We'll see. We'll see if it happens.
Nah, but I think that's the best part of I think that's why honestly that's why I enjoy boosting. Like I do enjoy getting like shit done. And I enjoy doing I wouldn't say per se that I enjoy doing grindy multiplayer because it definitely can get boring, but like when we're doing like when we played Enemy Front together and the one night we played and we watched like Borat 2 and The Dictator and all that, like that shit was fun. And then when we first started boosting the game and Waves and I would like hide in that fucking puddle of water every time because you could legitimately go in the water.
Yeah. There was that one part where we saw like the texture just disappearing so we could see through the floor.
Yeah. Just like crazy stuff like that. Or like you play and you realize that like a character has like a stupid animation when they're running or like when they're switching a weapon they do something stupid. Like,
or my character had no face.
Yeah, that too. Like that stuff is like fun. That's what I find.
Why are all like the CI games like really like bad looking? That's what I want to know.
Because they're not good at making games. I mean, if you want to play some really poopy games of theirs, well, you got to go play Sniper Ghost Warrior 1 and 2.
I think was it your new Sniper Ghost Warrior game that came out like recently?
Yeah, it just came out. Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. But they made 2 PS3 games, which I want to do at some point. They made Sniper Ghost Warrior 1, 2, 3, and then these contract ones. But 1 and 2 came out on the PS3, and I don't even want to imagine what they look like, but I'm down for it. All the way.
Well,
but I don't know where I don't know where they keep getting money to finance these games.
I mean, they probably get money from the government because like a bunch of like those Eastern European companies get money from the government. Dude, like game dev studios like CD Projekt Red gets money from the government. So
that's crazy. Like Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts, the first one has like 5,000 game owners. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 has 26,000, and that came out. That was like a game that they like actually tried to market on the PS4. Like pretty.
Yeah, I remember seeing all the shit for it.
Yeah, and then Sniper Ghost Warrior 1 and 2 both have. Sniper Ghost Warrior 1 has 82,000 game members. That's a lot more than I thought, but yeah, it's a little confusing, but I enjoy playing.
Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 was actually like a good game though.
It was like I think they switched up. They made it like partially open world. Like it's an okay game, but I don't know. It's Sniper Ghost Warrior, and it's made by CI Games, so
they only have 2 PS3 games: Enemy Front and Alien Rage.
Yeah, well, they have the Sniper Ghost Warrior games. They don't show up for some reason because you have to type in. They're called in their developer thing. It's City Interactive, not just CI. So they made Alien Rage, Sniper Ghost Warrior 2, Combat Wings, Sniper Ghost Warrior, and then it's Lords of the Fallen, but that's on the PS4. They developed that. Yeah, apparently they helped develop it with Deck 13.
Yeah, I knew Deck 13.
Dang, Deck 13 made Venetica? I did not know that.
They did?
Yeah, that's a slapper right there. Damn. See, learn something new every day.
Yo, this game looks badass.
What, Venetica?
Yeah.
Yeah, Venetica that's a sleeper right there. That is a sleeper game. I think it's kind of hard to find too. But I like playing shit games with my friends. That's the best part.
I like playing shit games.
Yeah, that's true too. Waves needs to get back to play Dark Awake, and so do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys gotta play games.
I know Waves and I have a lot of games we need to play.
One game at a time, Snickle.
I've got the mega mice seat of PS3 multiplayer games sitting in my basement.
Oh,
I'm just gonna stick with my alt account. That's really nice and neat.
No, Brian.
Bad.
You get back on the Bouja right now.
Bad Brian.
I'm not gonna allow you to do this anymore.
I know I'm gonna run out of usernames.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
Nah, I'm joking.
You don't want to go through Avengers again, do you?
No.
Yeah, you got to do Avengers again because then we got to do the other game.
No.
Yeah, we got to do the other game.
Well, yeah, the other game, yeah, but no Avengers again. That was just a very tedious month.
Remember that game Hawken?
Yeah, I think that's still
Whatever
up.
happened to that?
It died, but I'm pretty sure it's still up.
I feel like I only heard of it like when it was announced, and then like after that, never again.
Wait, how did you get to Hawken?
I don't know. I just thought about it randomly.
That was the most random like thought.
Right?
Like, what?
Y'all remember this game? What?
Wait, Brian, did you see that there was someone made a guide for Marvel's Avengers on the PSN4?
Oh, I gotta look at that. Latest guides. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see how 80 hours.
80 hours.
Bullshit.
Maybe on a good day.
Yeah. 3 out of 10 difficulty. I agree with that. 1 playthrough. True.
So this is his steps. Play through the story, Avengers Initiative and side missions, onto the grind, and then mission-related trophies, and then cleanup. Wait,
the most
why
dreaded
wouldn't
part
you...
of the platinum. This stuff features you replaying Hive and Warzone to grind out hero levels, gear, resources. Yep.
Yo, this is crazy. Okay,
What
FF14 on the PS5 has DLC trophies,
Yeah.
but on the PS4 it doesn't.
Wait,
For like all the DLCs that like came out before.
how are you learning about this stuff?
I just looked at it right now.
I'm looking at FF14 on the PS5. Wait, it has 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, because there's been like 4 big expansions,
But
but they never got DLC trophies on the PS4 and the PS3. But on the PS5, they're all on there.
Damn.
Yo, I didn't know Final Fantasy 14 came out on the PS3 too.
That was the first one it came out on.
Oh,
I didn't know that either.
that's fucking disgusting. Why 2014? Why would they do that? How would you put your PS3 through that? That's sad. Waves is on some rambling shit. I don't know what he's on.
No, the
like
PS3 original came out in 2013. Back on August 27th.
Well, good thing I never touched it.
Right?
I touched it and I think it's unobtainable for me now.
Yeah, you definitely got banned because you didn't pay your subscription fee. They said, get this fucker out of here.
Get this fucker out of here.
We don't take poor people.
Yo, there's so many Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I left the page. I was scared.
15 alone can be its own fucking series.
Yeah, it's got like 5 of them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of just FF15. And then with the comrades, it's 10. And then with the fucking Monsters Deep thing, which is the VR game, it's like 15 more. It's like 15 basically altogether. Oh wait, but then with the Kingsale FF15, that's 16. So there's technically like 16 FF15 games.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with FF15.
They
So
weren't.
many stacks.
They weren't. That's a good point. Dude, I remember playing the Comrades right before it went down. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. Then we played the standalone for like a little bit.
Yeah, then we played. Yeah, did that was low key kind of fun, and then Kenny Crow came in and clapped my ass.
Yeah, I should have hopped on with you that night. Now I regret it.
Yeah, man, I had the Squiggle Boys help me out. I was on the mic. I said, "Please just carry me through this." So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna die every 3 seconds, but please. And they did.
Maybe one night I should just like hop on there and
Just search for someone.
search for someone. Yeah.
I mean, you could, because you sit in the lobby before you start it up. That's a 25% trophy, but it only has 496 owners, so... Wait, this DLC has 496 owners, but it has 496 achievers, so how's it not 100%? Bro.
Wouldn't it be
There ain't some fucking...
game owners, not DLC owners?
Well, no, because they do DLC by DLC owners. Because if you do it by game owner, you would do 496. Let me pull calculator up here. Because there's 7,700 game owners, so you do 496 divided by 7,790, then times 100. That would be a 6.37% trophy. And it's not. It's 25. So I don't know. That's some quick math for you right there, though.
I guess. Thank you for watching the Hunters podcast.
Waves is just on
Before
another
we
one.
really go down this rabbit hole,
I don't even know how we got here, honestly.
I blame Waves.
Yeah, I blame Waves
I
too.
blame me.
I was waiting to see who else you would blame, but I'm glad you took the bit the bullet there.
Just fascinated by this Venetica game. Looks badass.
Yeah, you should get it.
How much do you think it is?
I think I got it for like, I don't know, $20 maybe.
So it's probably like appreciated value.
Damn. Now I'm down a rabbit hole.
Venetica PS3. 25 doll hairs.
I'm looking at games that were published by this company called Wales Interactive, who published like 5 Dates.
Oh yeah.
And they published another game that I was going to do, which is called The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker.
Oh yeah. I remember.
But they publish like other games. Like there's a game here called Moonfall Ultimate.
Yo, they published Maid of Skur.
Yeah, they published Typo Man Revised, The Bunker.
Wasn't Late Shift that one game you didn't like?
Yeah, I mean I could do it at some point, but you know, I've been off the FMVs. You know, I played the best FMV, which was 5 Dates, and I can't play any other ones.
You played the best FMV, which is The Quiet Man.
Hell no. Wait, what was that other shitty one I played? Oh, Telling Lies. That was a fucking mistake.
You know, The Quiet Man has like one ultra rare trophy.
Isn't it a DLC?
No. It's for completing the game without getting hit during gameplay.
That's crazy. Look at those descriptions. Why they write them like a book?
The time it takes to make the break to win a life again.
All right, well, I gotta go take a shit this time, not just a piss.
I gotta take like double shit.
A double shit.
I need to go to bed so I go to work in the morning.
Oh, I thought Brian was gonna say he had to take a triple shit.
Why is Yakuza Like a Dragon
Oh my god.
under beat 'em up?
You're down a rabbit hole, Waves. We gotta go.
Thank you for watching the Rogue Hunters podcast.
No,
I was
no.
your host tonight. Waves is just gonna keep rambling, but we're just gonna stop the recording now. Thanks for listening / watching, whatever the hell you do. Please give a like, leave a comment if you have a topic, and we will do it next time when we record. See y'all next time. Thank you.
And keep an eye out this summer because we're doing our Killzone Shadowfall boost at some point.
Yes.
And keep an eye out this summer because Nickel's gonna stream like once. So
A day.
That's probably true too. And that's probably going to be the Killzone one.
Damn.
see you later.
Well, I'm gonna take a shit, so I'll catch y'all later.